So assuming you've read the title of the video, instead of KD leaving Russ in that 2016 offseason to join the Golden State Warriors, what if it was the opposite? What if Russ was the person to snake KD in that 2016 offseason to join the Golden State Warriors and form that insane dynasty? That's exactly what we're going to be finding out in today's video. My name is Hamza Hoops. Let's get started. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've put Russell Westbrook on the 2016-2017 Golden State Warriors instead of Kevin Durant. Now, of course, we have KD on OKC instead of Russ. And here's the team. Obviously, Steven Adams, Victor Oladipo. That was obviously the team after KD left Russ. It wasn't the greatest of teams, but Russ managed to get into the playoffs with that team. We're going to be seeing what KD does with that team instead of Russ, and we're going to be seeing what Russ can do on Golden State instead of KD. Obviously, we made him a shooting guard, so Curry is the point guard. Now, originally, I think if you guys don't know, Russ was a shooting guard on OKC when Harden was there, so we just made him a shooting guard for the sake of the video. So this is what the rotation is going to be looking like. So essentially, Curry will be at the 1, Westbrook will be at the 2, Klay at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and Pachulia at the 5, and then we'll have McGee, David West, Sean Livingston, and Anderson Varejao running the bench for us. Heavy minutes for the starters, but this is the official 2K roster, so I'm just going to keep it as that. Offensive focus will be neutral, just because Westbrook, Green, and Pachulia can't shoot, so we'll just keep it as that. Obviously, I'll fix the shot tendencies, and then I'll meet you guys at the trade deadline to see how both teams are doing. Really quickly, guys, I always have to do this. Shout out to Thorb for being the only person to guess correctly between Kobe and MJ in my latest video who was going to win the MVP and who was going to average more points. So yeah, big shout out to Thorb. Of course, as per every video, I always have to ask you a question. Please let me know down below in the comments, how many rings do you think Russ would have been able to win with the Golden State Warriors had he been the person to leave KD instead of it being the opposite? And also, do you think KD would have been able to take that OKC team to the playoffs just like Russ did multiple times? Please let me know down below. I'm really interested to know what you think. Alright guys, so here we are at the trade deadline, and boy oh boy has it been a great season so far. As you can see from the record, 49-3. The Warriors are currently first in the West at 49-3. They've only lost 3 games, which is ridiculous. These guys have been insane. I'm not going to show you the stats just yet for those 3 guys. I'll show it to you at the end of the season because they are playing amazingly. But I do want to highlight that KD is currently the 12th seed at 19-34. He can't buy wins. I expected him to be slightly better, but this team, bro, this team is really bad. He is putting up insane numbers. Currently, as of right now, he's averaging 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Ridiculous. But he can't buy himself wins. Hopefully, he can flip it around in the second half of the season. It doesn't look like it though. But yeah, this is just a little update in the mid-season because it was really great. I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. Listen, we're here at the end of season awards, and was I surprised? Who do you guys think won the MVP? Really, who do you guys think won the MVP? Because that didn't cross my mind. Obviously, I'm on the Rookie of the Year, which is Ben Simmons. I'm hiding the MVP, but the MVP of the season is Russell Westbrook. I did not think that would be the case. He's averaging 29 points, 12 rebounds, and almost 10 assists, almost a triple-double, whilst having Curry and Klay on his team, on 47% from the field, 30% from the free, that's normal for us, and then 86% from the line. Boy, I really thought it was going to be Curry, just because when I get to the stats, I'll show it to you guys. You'll be able to tell why I think it was Curry. Yeah, we get Curry on All-NBA first team, and then did KD make? Yep, KD made the All-NBA second team. He was ridiculous. I don't know what his record was. Before we go to records, I do want to go to stats and show you guys why I thought Curry would have won the MVP. He averaged 34 points, 5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. Curry efficiencies, 50-40-90 club. Almost, he shot 98% from the free throw line. So I thought it was going to go to Curry easily, but the Brody took it. Shout out to Klay for putting up insane numbers as well, whilst having those 2 beasts. Let's just say beasts on his team. If we go to the NBA standings, no, he missed out on the playoffs. He stayed at the 12th seed. I told you guys. I just didn't think he would be able to make it. That team is nowhere near playoff contending, so it is what it is. But we finished the season. The Warriors finished that season 78-4. Guys, we lost 3 games at the trade deadline. That means post-trade deadline, we only lost 1 single game. I want to know who we lost to. I'm really interested in knowing who we lost to. If we go to the Warriors, who did we lose to? We lost to the Magic. We lost to the Magic, 112-96. Boy, was that the only loss we had in the second half of the season. But nevertheless, we're in the playoffs, of course. Can we win a ring? The actual Golden State Warriors did when they had KD in the first year. Alright guys, so game 1 of the playoffs, we have the Houston Rockets in the first round. Of course, they have James Harden. So no surprise, this might be a bit of a competition, but I don't think so. On this game, I don't think so. Game 1, we take. Game 2, we take. Game 3, we take. And game 4, we sweep. That's what I was expecting. I just want to check the box score for game 4. The Brody, 37 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists. Curry, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 15 assists. Oh my God. Klay, 27 points, Draymond 15 and 11. What can you ask for? Do you know what I mean? This is by far going to be the greatest team I've controlled in a minute. You know what I'm trying to say? I might make my cam slightly smaller, or I might just move it to the bottom, really. Okay, so we move it to the bottom just in case we go through the box score. In the second round, we have the Denver Nuggets. I don't think they can do anything to us. Jameer Nelson at the 1. He can't stick Curry. Gary Harris, he can't stick Russ. Yeah, this is going to be a walk in the park. Game 1, we take. Game 2, we take. Game 3, we take. And game 4, we indeed take. Another sweep. Another sweep. You get what I'm trying to say? So let's check the box score for game 4 as we always do. Jokic had 21 and 15, but our team, okay, it was spread out a little bit. It was a low scoring game. 24 for Curry, 20 for Clay, Russ 18, 8 and 11. Let's move on to the conference finals. We have the Spurs. This was a team that gave trouble to the Warriors a lot of times. This was a really good team, even though they were aging. So let's see what we can do. Game 1, we got to simulate the round first. Game 1, we take. Game 2 of the conference finals, we take. Game 3, we take. I think we're gonna sweep everyone. Just saying. And we take game 4, we sweep them. Just like the Cavs did to Toronto, they sweep Toronto. So we got LeBron like we did in real life. In game 4 of the conference finals, Curry had 39 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists on insane shooting. Clay 28 points, Russ 20 points, 13 rebounds, 16 assists. Draymond 15, 11 and 6. I've always said I'm starting to appreciate Draymond down the years for what he did with the Golden State Warriors in their prime and what he still does. I used to hate on him just because of his personality, but now that a couple years past that Golden State Cleveland Cavaliers era, I think we took that era for granted. You know what I'm saying? I think we did. But nevertheless, enough of me getting emotional. The finals, the very first finals, were Russ on Golden State instead of KD. We got the same matchup they actually had, which is LeBron, Kyrie, and then Kevin Love. So, game 1 of the finals versus LeBron and his crew. We take. The box score was, we won by damn near 25 points. Curry had 44, Clay 27, Russ 18, 7 and 12. Game 2. Are we gonna take it? We take game 2 as well. Clay 40 points. Clay, game 6, nah, it's game 2 Clay. 40 points, Curry 35, Westbrook 33, 17 and 14. What are these numbers? Game 3, are we taking game 3? Yes, we are indeed, bro. No one can stand a chance. Russ, 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Curry, 38 points. Dre, 22 and 12. Clay, 18. Oh my God, the scoring on this team is ridiculous. Game 4, are we taking game 4? Is it going to be a clean sweep? 16 and 0 in the playoffs. Are we going to see a 16 and 0 playoff run? And yes, we are. Of course we are. Did you doubt it? You better not have doubted it. Your finals MVP is Stephen Curry, 42 points. Oh my God. 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.7 steals, 56, 44, 100% from the line. Mind you guys, KD won the very first finals MVP. Russ was not able to do that, but he did win the MVP, which KD didn't do so. It's equal as of right now, but Russ is having a great time so far. I'm not gonna lie, he's having a great time. Now that we finished the first season successfully, we're gonna go into the second season, and I'll catch you guys at the start of the following season. Alright guys, so here we are in the second season, and I did not control the Warriors in free agency. I let them make their own moves. When I came back to the second season and looked at the rotation, of course, it's pretty much the same starting 5 in terms of Curry, Westbrook, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Kevon Looney is starting because we did lose out on JaVale McGee and Pachulia. Both of them have left. So Damian Jones will be our 6th man. Sean Livingston will be at 18 minutes. And then they did end up picking a couple players like Gerald Green, Barbosa, they brought him back, and Jordan McRae, I think that's how you say his name, from Cleveland. I'm not really relying on my bench with this team. It's very starting 5 heavy. So same starting 5, same thing. So as you guys can see, it's pretty much the same lineup. Not a single player is new. I think the only one that is new to this team is James Jones, which he's like 40 years old. So it's pretty much the same team. If you can take them to the playoffs, I'd respect it, but I highly doubt. And again, I'll catch you guys at the end of the season this time. I won't stop at the trade deadline. So yeah, end of the season it is. Alright, so we're near the end of the season. We have a game left. We're going to sim it right now as I'm speaking. And back-to-back MVPs, Mr. Triple-Double Russell Westbrook. Back-to-back MVPs with the unanimous MVP on his team. That's ridiculous. I'm so happy for him. 27 points, 12 rebounds, again 9.8 assists. He cannot crack that. This time around, slightly better efficiency, 50% from the field, 35% from 3, which is just about the league average. That's really good for us. 86% from the line. But bro, back-to-back MVPs for Russell Westbrook. Like, KD couldn't do it. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe if I controlled KD on the game, he would have done it. KD made the All-NBA first team also. Let's see what he averaged. 33 points, 9 rebounds, 4.5 assists. So in terms of the NBA standings, you guys can see we're the #1 seed in the playoffs. But how many wins did we stack up? And this season, we stacked up 75 wins. So on the season, we went 75-7. Last season, I already forgot, we went 78-4. So 3 games less. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. It's only 3 games. It doesn't matter, really. The record, regular season record does not matter, man. As long as you win a chip, that's what matters. KD, once again, not in the playoffs. Once again, he is the 12th seed. He can't get out of that 12th seed. Oh, that was John Collins. They drafted John Collins. What a horrible draft. So season stats, as you guys can see, slightly regressing from last season for pretty much every single player on the team. But Brody, 27 points. We've seen it already. 12 rebounds, 10 assists. Curry, also 27 points. Clay, 20.5 points, 4 rebounds on 48, 44, 90. All right, guys, first game of the playoffs against the Portland Trail Blazers, and they have Dame, CJ, Jonathan Isaac, Derek Favors, Mason Plumlee, Jarrett Allen, a very mediocre team. They don't stand a single chance. Game 1, we take. Game 2, we take. Game 3, we take. Game 4, we sweep. What did I say, man? It really doesn't matter. Game 4, what did we look like in Game 4? All right, we're back. I just moved my face cam. Curry, 43 points in Game 4 of the first round. Now we move on to the second round. We have the San Antonio Spurs once again. Have they changed their team by any bit? Dwayne Wade. They drafted DeJounte Murray as well. Same, they drafted him in real life, so they got him in the game as well. An aging Dwayne Wade on an aging San Antonio Spurs. What a surprise. Game 1, we take. Game 2, we take. Game 3, we take. And Game 4, do we sweep? Yes, sir. This is really a walk in the park. In Game 4, what did we look like? 43 points for Curry, 34 for Clay, 30, 20, and 14 for Russ. Let's have a look at KD, see if KD has picked up any, or KD's team has picked up any players. Now in the conference finals, we got the Denver Nuggets. Last season, we had it flipped. Denver in the second round, San Antonio in the conference finals. Now, have they changed their team in the slightest? Emmanuel Mudiay, and they got Gordon Hayward. They signed Gordon Hayward in free agency, or they traded for him. No, they signed him. Wow, okay, he's not really doing much. 17 points though. Game 1 of the conference finals, we take. Game 2 of the conference finals, we take. Game 3 of the conference finals, we lose a game for the first time in the playoffs. I have to respect it. They took a game away from us. We lost by 7 points. It is what it is. It's all right. It's only one game. No stress. Game 4. We come back and take Game 4, and are we finishing it in 5? We are indeed. It took us 5 games, but no worries. Game 4, Curry redeemed himself, 38 points. Brody, 34, 10, and 20 assists. 20 assists in the playoffs. In the conference finals, let alone the playoffs. 28 points and 10 rebounds for Clay. Now, onto the finals. Same matchup from last season, same matchup in real life. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers. These two teams were so much ahead of the competition, it was ridiculous. And I see Zaza Snake Pachulia on that team. What a snake. How are you leaving my team to join the losing team? Make it make sense. He's about to get cooked. You get what I'm trying to say? Game 1 of the finals. I was going to say I'm not holding back. We take Game 1. That's all right. Game 2, we take Game 2. That's all right. Game 3, we take Game 3. That's all right. Now we sweeping. No, we're not sweeping. No, man. That would have been a cold moment. I'm looking at the camera. But we lose Game 4. Kyrie gave us 38. LeBron gave us a 29-point triple-double. And yeah, the guys played really well. We lost by 30 points almost. Damn. It's only one game, like I said earlier in the conference finals. I'm not stressing at all. It would have been nice to go 16-0, but currently, what are we currently? 15-2. We're currently 15-2. I can't do maths. What's going on? Now, Game 5. Are we about to gentlemen sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers? And we are indeed. Who's the finals MVP? That's important to me. Is Brody going to get this finals MVP, or is it going to be Curry back-to-back? And Westbrook gets the finals MVP. 37 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 1.2 steals. I like it very much. Perfect season for Brody. Now that we finished the second season, we're going into the third season. Now, mind you, KD did get injured in the 2018-29 season, and then he left after that season. We're only going to do up until the 2018-29 season, assuming Russ gets injured also. We're not going to make Russ get injured, but let's just assume he leaves after the 2018-2019 season like KD did. So we're only going to be doing 3 seasons. We've already done 2. We got 1 more. So far, it's been 100% completion rate. He's won the MVP twice, won the final MVP once, and has 2 rings, doing amazing and on track to have a better Warriors career, I guess, than KD. We have 1 more season. I'll meet you guys then. So, all right, guys, we are in the final season, which is the third season, 2018-2019 season. It looks like they have signed a couple new players. So Glenn Robertson III, Kyle Korver, who is aging, but they still signed him, and they drafted Jared Vanderbilt. I guess that's a good pickup. He might be like a defensive guy that, you know what I'm saying, does all the dirty work for them, which I don't see it being a bad fit. The rotation is looking pretty much the same. Curry, Westbrook, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney at pretty much equal minutes. And then off the bench, pretty much the same thing. Damian Jones is the sixth man at 20 minutes, and then the rest of the guys, Glenn Robertson, Sean Livingston, Kyle Korver, and Jared Vanderbilt, all at 15 minutes. Hopefully we can win another ring, and hopefully the Brody gets another finals MVP. I don't know, we're about to find out. I'll catch you guys at the end of the season for the final season of the video. And here we are at the end of the season awards. Back to back MVPs. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised because I've given him the same amount of minutes as Curry, so it's not like I'm being biased and giving him more minutes than Curry. If anything, Curry has a higher shot tendency and more minutes. The fact that he's done it 3 years in a row tells you something, man. I think that's the first time in NBA history. No, actually, I know Larry Bird has done it. I don't know who else has done it. But 24.7 points, 10 rebounds, 8.4 assists. Phenomenal stats. 3 back-to-back MVPs. What else can I ask for? He's given me everything he has, which I love. I just saw Trae Young got drafted by Charlotte. I think they traded Kemba Walker for that pick, and they ended up drafting Trae Young, and he averaged 24 and 6. Man, it's always interesting to do these simulations and then see where all these rookies that we've seen go to the right teams, like what teams they end up on. It's always really interesting to see that, like Trae Young on the Hornets. Come on, what? But nevertheless, Russ, All-NBA first team, of course. We have James Harden as well. KD, All-NBA second team. He averaged slightly less than last season, 27, 8, and 5 on pretty much the same efficiency as always. So this season, we went 76 and 6. Better than last season, I think. We went 75 and 7 last season. Not better than the very first season when we went 78 and 4. So 3 seasons, we won 75 plus games in back-to-back seasons. Bro, that's history in the making. That's what you call take over. And we also have the same guy win the MVP 3 years in a row, which is ridiculous. But the most important thing, did KD make the playoffs? And again, he was the 12th seed. I do have to say one thing. I didn't do the simulation in a way that Russ just takes KD's place in each year of his career, because that would have been what if Russ had KD's career. This is just a scenario in which what if Russ was the one to leave OKC instead of KD. And that does change NBA history, because then PG perhaps would not go to OKC. Kawhi perhaps may not be traded to Toronto. Like, a lot of things could have not happened, and that's the reason KD's not making the playoffs. He's not having the same teams Westbrook had, which he had MVP caliber player in PG on his team. So no way KD would have never made the playoffs with that team. If I was to do it differently, I would have been like, what if KD had Russ's career, stayed on OKC, and then I gave him PG, I moved him to Houston with Harden, stuff like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But that's not the case in this video. Just a disclaimer for people to not throw shades at KD, because this team is horrid. It's okay, it's not a horrible team. I think they can make the playoffs. The fact that he's not making the playoffs is slightly a push. Yeah, this team is really bad. Let's be real. A lot of waffling going on. Season stats. Let's have a look at season stats. And again, a lot of regression from the guys. Curry at 25.5 points. Westbrook at 24.7. We've seen it already. Klay's doing his thing, man. I can't hate. I will never hate on Klay. And then Draymond, again, 8, 8, and 8. Actually, 8, 8, and 9. Oh, actually, I wanted to look at the Bulls. So here we go with the Bulls. They have Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy's still on the Bulls. Makes sense why Chris Paul would go to the Bulls. Who's on the Pacers? PG, Mikal Bridges. Okay. What, they have... Wait. They have De'Aaron Fox. Oh, okay, De'Aaron Fox, benched by Jeff Teague. Philly got Ben Simmons, Embiid, pretty much the same thing. New York has Derrick Rose, Carmelo, Kristaps. What an error that was. The Celtics don't have JT. They have JB, Jeremy Lin, Terry Rozier, Kyle Kuzma. They drafted the wannabe JT. And then Toronto, still the same team. And the Brooklyn Nets have Isaiah Thomas on their team. Shout out Isaiah Thomas, man. Shout out Isaiah Thomas. My GOAT. He was actually, still is, my favorite player of all time. He's the reason I became a Celtics fan. Shout out to my GOAT, man. 5'9", legend. Just a quick look at the teams, guys, because it does change a lot. These guys are about the same, but they have DeAndre Ayton now. D'Lo's an 89 overall. The Timberwolves, Zach LaVine didn't get traded, so they have about the same team. And then the Utah Jazz, Dante Exum, Otto Porter Jr., and Rudy Gobert. So instead of Gordon Hayward, you have Otto Porter Jr. What an upgrade. All right, so let's get into the playoffs. In the first round, we have the New Orleans Pelicans, which is AD, and Zubac. Very, very interesting. Kemba Walker also. Okay, Kemba is on the Pelicans. Yes, he did get traded. So the first game, this team is not good. Oh, not as good as us. We take game 2 as well. We take game 3 as well. Are we sweeping? Yes, we are indeed. As always, first round is always a sweep. And in game 4, it was 140 to 78. We dropped 140 points and kept them below 80 points. Westbrook 29, 12 and 7. Curry 27. Draymond Green 15, 14 and 12. Damian Jones 15. Glenn Robinson 14. Klay Thompson 13. Kyle Korver 11. I didn't tighten the rotation. I just realized I'll tighten the rotation for the second round, but a lot of guys in double digits. That's what you like to see. All right, guys, I just tightened up the rotation for the second round. Again, we have the San Antonio Spurs. That's the third time we play them in the playoffs. They're just about the same team once again. DeJounte Murray is just starting point guard this time. This team is nowhere near ours, nowhere near our talent level as well. But they take game 2 regardless of me talking. They win by 3 points though. Kawhi 34 points. They just had us. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's only one game. Game 3 we take. Game 4 we take, and is it a gentleman sweep? Yes, it is. You know, you're always bound to lose one game, so I'm not mad. I would have loved to go 16-0 this time. But Curry in game 5 had 53 points and 10 assists. Klay 20 points. Russ 15, 18 and 9. Now we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the first time, we don't play the Denver Nuggets or the San Antonio Spurs in the conference finals. This time around is the Minnesota Timberwolves team with 95 overall Karl Anthony Towns. Big ups Cat. Andrew Wiggins 87 overall. Zach LaVine 87 overall. Chris Dunn used to be really good, but in the 3-point shooting era, he was no good. They definitely have a lot of point guards on that team. Not a lot of forward depth. They have the GOAT Cephalosha, but he's a 73 overall. He's not going to do much for them. Game 1 of the conference finals versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. We take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3, there are no fights, and we take game 4 indeed. In game 4, LaVine had 28, but Curry had 35, 7 and 11. Westbrook had 29, 14 and 9. And Klay, just casual Klay, dropping points. That's all he does. 28 points. We are playing the Bulls in the finals, so there's no Cleveland. Where is Cleveland in the standings? They were the 9th seed, so they missed out on the playoffs with LeBron, with Kyrie, and with Kevin Love. Do you believe it? Because I don't. They missed out on the playoffs. Bears. So we play in the Bulls in the finals. We've already taken a look at the Bulls team. It's that CP3 Jimmy Butler team. Let's be honest. It's no match. Game 1 of the finals. We take game 1 in the finals, and Westbrook had 42, 10 and 15. 42-point triple-double in the finals. Curry had 27 and 7, and Klay had 34 points. On the other side, CP had 28 and 10, but Jimmy is not Jimmy. Do you know what I mean? This is not the Jimmy we know. He was young at that time. Game 2 we take, and again, Russell Westbrook, another 40-point triple-double. Is he going to win the finals MVP? Because so far, he's on track to do so. Curry in his back, 36 points. But game 3 is CP going to do something for the Bulls? No, they lose by 50 points. What can you do? Do you know what I mean? 19, 8 and 11. Jimmy 16 points. He has been atrocious. But Brody, another 40-point. This time not a triple-double. 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. And then Curry 40 points, 17 assists. So technically Curry won this game, but Brody is still up 2 games to 1. Who's going to win the finals MVP? We win in 4. That was no matchup. That was no pain. That was no competition. You get what I'm trying to say? We sweep them. We was 1 game off 16-0. We lost 1 to the Spurs, but it doesn't matter. Who's the finals MVP? And it's indeed Russell Westbrook for the 2nd time. So Curry won it the first time. Westbrook won it the following 2 years. He averaged 41.5 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 10.7 assists, 1.3 steals. Bruh. Like, look at these stats. They speak for themselves. You know what I mean? I don't have much to say. He's clearly done everything he had to do. Won the MVP 3 times in a row, which is ridiculous. Won the championship 3 years in a row. Won the finals MVP twice out of those 3 years. Led the team all with the help of Curry and the rest. 75 plus wins 3 years in a row. He's done everything. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's the final season. I'm not going to do any more seasons. It is really hot over here in the UK right now, and I'm literally burning. I need to get out of this room ASAP because I'm about to pass out. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're approaching 1,000 subscribers very, very soon. The grind is here, and I'm working very hard towards it. So I would really appreciate if you guys can support the video by liking and commenting. And also let me know if you would like to see me do a video where I give Westbrook KD's career, or the opposite, vice versa. That would be a really good video idea. But for the most part, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and peace.